Hello, and welcome to Trello Project Management, easy shared online to-do lists. Now, if you're a software developer, you may already be familiar with Trello, the project management system that's used quite often to manage software development projects. However, I use it to manage all my projects, my writing projects, and my Udemy creation projects. And I'd like to give you a brief intro to the product. Let's begin with what is Trello. Trello is a to-do list or a task manager. Trello is free software, so you're not going to have to pay a dime to use it. Trello is easy to use via its drag and drop interface. Trello is online and accessible via any standard web browser. Data is saved online, secure and available on all your devices. And Trello supports collaboration. So how is Trello different from other project management or to-do list systems? Well, rather than supporting a single simple to-do list, Trello provides multiple lists, each list corresponding to a phase in a project. For instance, to do, working on, completed, rejected, whatever phase a task can go through from concept through completion. But let's stop talking about Trello and start looking at how to use it to manage your to-do lists. Here I am in my Chrome browser, and I'm going to show Trello to you. We'll begin by going to Trello.com. Here I'm automatically logged in to my first screen, which shows all of my boards. Boards correspond to projects that I'm working on. Here's a project I'm working with a friend on something that he would like to develop. This is the request tracking system for my homeowners association, and this is my Udemy projects tracking. Let's go ahead and look at this project just by clicking on it. Here you can see the multiple lists or phases in which tasks can go through, all the way from the initial to-do list to the projects that I select or tasks that I select to work on, to the ones I'm working on, ones that are on hold, ones that are completed, and ones that are rejected. I have control over these lists and can create any lists that I want. I can even drag them around and reorder them if I'd like. Within each list is a card. A card represents an individual task. Once again, I have drag and drop capability to move cards from the left to the right as they move from one phase of development to the next. For instance, if I want to work on this project, review for warnings and course changes and additions, the unofficial Udemy student guide, I would possibly move it to selected or even working on. Here I sort my cards by the order of importance, so they're in priority order. What I'm working on currently is at the top of the working on list. At any time, I can create a new list by going to the far right and clicking on Add a List. And here I have a new area to store cards. I could create another phase, such as Needs Research. I go ahead and press Enter, and I now have a Needs Research list. I can place that anywhere in the order of my cards, and I can add a card to it by clicking on Add Card. Here I added a testing card. I can add details to the card by clicking on the card, and up comes the card details, where I can add members, colored labels to identify the phase of the card, an actual checklist or to-do list within the card, a due date so I can track important milestones as they approach, and document attachments. I can gather all my information regarding a task in the task card itself. So that's Trello in a nutshell.